a long spine down the middle and the bones like that. We'll put your finger on the spine and then we join it to this piece here and then we come straight down onto the bone. I'm going to show you how to take it down from this state into a nice portion to cook with. I'm going to show you another dish that we have on our tasting menu. You can hear the clicking of those bones. So with this dish we have a little brown shrimp, new potato and a little fish sauce. I love halibut because it's so meaty, it's such a lovely thing to cook as well. So we've got lovely portions here. You have all the waste to use, and it's not waste, it's flavour. Let's get on to making the stock. Hello, welcome to the boat. This dish is involved with this beautiful halibut, and I don't know what else to say. I'm going to show you how to take it down from this state into a nice portion to cook with. I'm going to show you another dish that we have on our tasting menu. After we've butchered the halibut down, we're going to make a very light fumet, or a infusion. Not a fish stock as such, but a lighter version. But then we'll be reducing that down and using that for the base of our sauce. So halibut, flatfish, bottom feeder, nice dark on the top so it can camouflage its way away from predators, like Douglas. The top side has thicker fillets and the underside they're a bit thinner. I always find it's good to get a higher weight fish. Over 5 kilos is ideal, just because then you get, even on the bottom side, the fillets are deep enough for nice portions. So it's very slimy, which is a good sign. And I always like to work with it on the cloth as well as on the board, because it's very easy to slip out the way when it's a big fish. So first thing to do is remove the head. So we're going to take the head totally off, and then we can come down the spine and take the fillets off. So if you notice, if you can see this, Max, you've got this lovely line down here, and it joins here and then comes straight down the tail. So we're almost cutting a paint by numbers. You're going to be coming off centre. We'll put your finger on the spine and then we join that to this piece here and then we come straight down onto the bone. If you go to the supermarket and you ask for a halibut and they give you a tail piece, just ask them, no, you want the middle bit, you want the middle chunks. We keep the head, you can roast the head of some meat on that. Right, so you're going to put your hand in the gills, back of the head, and you're just going to come down, around, totally around the fins, and you're going to take off. As you're doing it, you're still just wiping everything out, keep it nice and dry. It's not the cleanest of jobs, so you need to make sure you've got enough towels to keep yourself clean. You can see here, so this is the spine here. Flat fish bones are great for sauce and stocks because they've got all the gelatin in between all the joints. And you'll see that when we take it off in the connective tissue, because how they swim, they need that movement. We're going to put your finger here at the top, and then you're going to go down to the middle. I'm actually going to remove the tail first of all, because it's going to help me when it gets down to the bottom. So it's always good to know where the bones are before you start working with the fish. So with the halibut, there's flat bones right the way through, big bones through the middle, and then the spine runs down the middle. So you've got a long spine down the middle and the bones like that. So it's like a plain fuselage if you want the wings and then the middle. So we're going to come down onto that top bone, and then you come down, round it, and then straight down and just straight off. So it's really easy to find out where you're going with this. So there's the bone there, straight down to the middle. Then when you're at the middle, then you turn slightly, and you're going to come down here. And you're going to follow that line that's on the back, it's already done for you, the back here. You're just going to follow that down. Great. So whether you've gone down to the side of that spine or you're on top of it, you just got to work out where you are. So you start at the base, you can run your fingers down to see. Again, with any butchery, you should be looking, you should be cutting where you can see. Don't blind cut, because you'll make mistakes or go for a finger. So I've gone slightly to the right-hand side of that spine, so I'm just going to kind of get back onto the spine here. That's that spine all the way down. You can see the connective bits there. So I'm going to take the left side off it first, because I'm right-handed. I'm just going to slowly use that bone as a guide. Once you're confident onto the bone there, you should be able to just take, with a good knife, 2 or 3 swipes at taking the fillet off. If you start hacking at it lots of little bits, the top of the fillet will have loads of little jagged marks in it. So ideally it should be like 3 nice strokes to take it off. Once you're down onto those bones, and you know where you're cutting, once we're down onto there, you can hear the clicking of those bones. You're running down them nicely. one fillet off there. So not too much in the bone. A longer knife and a thinner blade, a little flex on it, is great for fish like this. This does okay, not a bad job. And then you're going to use the board, move the fish, there's no need to move the fish, you just move the board around. Once you've done this a few times, you know that there's no meat really under here. It's quite a flat piece, it's round where the gills are. So you're just going to kind of cut across it and then relocate your knife down the centre and take that side bit off. And then where you found you were before, down there, once you're on the bones. And try and keep it in one piece as it all comes together, so it's not creasing in the centre. And then whenever you put fish fillets together, especially fish like this, always make sure it's flesh to flesh. If you start putting the skin side on the inside of the fillet, it will stain, because there's still always slime and bits of dirt on there. Now we've got this side totally off. The other side is trickier because it's thinner. And exactly the same rules apply on this side. You can see that line that runs down the back of the fish here. So you go from there to the middle and then follow that line down. Trickier this side because it's not as strong, it's not as heavy. Got a bit of colour there, just remove the collar. Because on the other side you've got the weight of the fish, which helps you hold it all down. Okay. Then you can see everything here, so you're just going to run all the way down here, and then you just got to be nice and gentle because again it's all flapping all over the place. Been too thorough, I've kept more than I need on the fish, so I'm just I'd rather do that than take the meat, so I'm just gonna take these bits off. And that's it, that's the last fillet. And because the stock we're gonna make isn't boiling for very long, we're gonna chop these up into small pieces. But you can see all this connective tissue, all the gelatin in here. It's amazing. That jelly in there, and that'll come out in the sauce and give it a good body to the stock and to the sauce. Now we have to deal with the fillet, so we're just going to do one fillet. We'll cut one portion out of it for the plate. We can be nice and generous for this one. So you can run your finger down, it almost comes away from the fillet. Like that. Onto the spine here, you can see you get that bloodline. So we're going to remove that bloodline. Take this first piece off, and we can use that for any fish mousse we need to make because it's not as regimented as the other portions will be. So that's going to come off. Tasting size portion off here. So with this dish we have a little brown shrimp, new potato and a little fish sauce. So with the shrimps as well it adds that level of protein. So it looks quite small there, but it's going to work very nicely with the dish. So we're going to cook 2 of these. Again, so Max and I can have a little feast. I love halibut because it's so meaty. It's such a lovely thing to cook as well. And then we leave the skin on while it cooks. So we've got lovely portions here. Yeah, right. Let's get on to making the stock. Okay, right. Fish stock, because we have all the waste to use, and it's not waste, it's flavour. So yeah, get some thyme, some bay, some peppercorn, and a couple of star anise. The boiling water, vegetables in brings to boil, fish, bones brings to boil. Let it sit as long as you can until it goes cold. Leave that one back to infuse, and then pass it, reduce it, and then use that basic sauce. Very simple. That's delicious, that is. I'm biased though. I'm biased, but that's delicious. All the aromats in there, all the fish stock, all the wine, cream, let that infuse. The bale start coming through as it sits and relaxing. You know. We're going to go on to cook the fish. Cream, fish, potatoes. What more do you want? Oh yeah, and caviar. Okay. Beautiful brown shrimps, sea leeks and finger lime. It's an amazing compliment to any fish dish. Caviar sauce. Banging. Delicious.